One of the main topics that continues to be on our radar as we're going throughout the rest of not only today, but getting into the day on Thursday is poor air quality. Last check, we are seeing some of the worst across the entire country here into northern Michigan. And we are checking in with the AQI, otherwise known as the Air Quality Index. And a lot of those numbers, once they get above 100, which a lot of areas currently are at, that's when you're starting to talk about that unhealthy category. So here's just a few things that you can do to keep all of that air, or at least the smoky air, from anywhere that you live or inside or wherever you might be, just trying to limit the amount of time that you're spending outdoors. That's number one. Number two, you can close any of your windows that you might have in your home. Another good thing that you can do with a lot of newer vehicles nowadays is there is a button to where you can recirculate the air in your car or in the cabin, so you're not bringing that air from the outside farther in. And if it's too much for you, if you have respiratory issues, if you have asthma, things of that nature, depending on your preference, not a bad idea to wear an N95 mask. Let's go ahead and talk about the upper air smoke trends and even the surface smoke trends too. Still talking about that. Here's a look at some of that data even as we're getting into the day on Thursday. Still suggesting we're looking at some hazy skies for yet another day, and even still closer to the surface where you do have some of those yellow shadings coming in as we go right there into Thursday afternoon. This is still probably something we do have to talk about for yet another day. So that's the latest on the smoke. Let's talk about some more positive news. We did see some welcomed rain from earlier this morning, now continuing to move off to the south and to the east. Areas near Metro Detroit picking up on some of that rain as we're going throughout today, or at least later today. Here into northern Michigan, starting to actually clear out what cloud cover is left, and we'll be talking about at least some drier skies as we're going later into tonight by the time we do reach tomorrow. Here it is, future view the rest of the overnight period. Again, a few clouds out there from time to time. Still thinking the majority of us should be looking on a mostly dry note as we go past midnight and getting you out the door right there for your early Thursday morning. As we get into the afternoon hours of your Thursday, despite the, we'll call it hazy sunshine, it's still going to be a mostly dry day. I think as we go into the afternoon hours right there, closer to around 3-4 o'clock, you do just see a few areas of some green throughout the upper peninsula. That's the spotty chance we talk about for tomorrow. Still notice the majority of us should be looking mostly dry as we go throughout the rest of our Thursday, as high pressure will be back in control. I do think we do add a few more clouds back as we get past midnight. This will take us getting into the day on Friday. Slightly better chance for a few more showers. We'll have to watch that as we are rounding out the week. Despite this chance, I think our best chance for any more rain past today will come as we go into the second half of the weekend by later Sunday. Temperatures out there right now, it's still a warmer day. Pickford's still holding on to some low 70s. Current number sits right there at 72 degrees. Mount Pleasant still holding on to some upper 60s, where we did have a few showers from earlier this afternoon. Current number sits right there at 68 degrees. Overnight lows for tonight, we'll call it mild. Mid-40s to some mid-50s. Just a few clouds out there. I think the majority of us are going to be dry. And as we get you out the door for tomorrow, still some areas probably going to be talking about that hazy sunshine as we go throughout the day on Thursday. Upper 40s to the low 50s starting off the day. There's a look at the numbers as we get into the afternoon tomorrow. Slightly warmer, check it out. As you go farther inland, you're still going to be talking about some more 70s by the time we get into the afternoon. Same deal as we take you into northern lower, closer to the lake shore, just a touch cooler. Still your fair share of some 60s, if not some 70s, and that'll be common even as we go into eastern lower. Closer to Lake Huron, upper 60s, farther inland, still talking about some low 70s by the afternoon. Could get a few spots closer to 80, but I think a lot of us, even right there into central lower, we'll talk about some more 70s as we go into your Thursday afternoon. Slight chance of a shower into the UP rounding out the week. I think it's mostly dry, Adam. 60s and 70s. Next best chance for some rain as we get into Sunday afternoon.